Today's video is about Down syndrome myths. I asked some of my friends in the Down syndrome community what myths they've heard about those with Down syndrome, so we're gonna talk about those today. Woo-hoo. Myth number 1. People with Down syndrome are always happy. I wish that were the case sometimes. I wish that Felicity were always happy. Unfortunately, that is not the case. They're not always happy. They have emotions like the rest of us. Felicity gets happy, she gets sad, she gets very angry, and she hulks out sad, and they get all of the emotions that we all have. Myth number 2. You can catch Down syndrome. I don't know why that's a myth. I don't understand why people think that. It's very weird. It's not a virus. It's not a bacterial infection. It's not chickenpox. You can catch ignorance, but you can't catch Down syndrome. It's just a genetic mutation of the 21st chromosome, and sometimes it happens on other chromosomes. That's a whole thing that I'm not going to get into because I am not a geneticist. Another myth is that you can cure it. You can't cure it because you're not sick, so there's nothing to cure. You can cure ignorance. The next myth. Parents did something to cause it. So it's not like you weren't taking your folic acid. I tried to do everything I could to have a very healthy pregnancy, and it didn't matter. You know, I didn't drink drinks with certain food coloring. I drank a lot of water. I ate very healthy. I took my prenatal vitamins. I exercised while I was pregnant. Next myth, that everybody with Down syndrome looks alike and does not look like siblings or their parents. Not true. Felicity looks like me. And if she had siblings, she would look like her siblings as well. I can see it clearly. Now, people with Down syndrome do have similar characteristics. You know, with a bit of an almond-shaped eye or a flat nose bridge, la la la. But you can say the same thing about, you know, me and other, you know, 30-something women with blonde hair and green eyes. We're all human, so I guarantee you your child will look like you or your husband and their siblings. Next myth. Your child with Down syndrome will not grow up to have a normal life. Well, that's just totally untrue. I don't even know what a normal life is. Do you know what a normal life is? Because I totally want one. My life is anything but normal. It's unique and amazing, and it's my own life. Just like those with Down syndrome, they also have their own lives, and that doesn't mean that they're bad or sad. Some people with Down syndrome have better lives than, I don't know, someone I know that's going through a hard time or makes bad decisions. So that's just untrue. Okay, so don't assume that people with Down syndrome aren't going to be able to do something, or that they can't do something. It's totally untrue. It takes them longer to do something, and you'll hear us say this all the time. You'll hear people on the channel say it. You'll hear Bo say it about Spencer, and Hannah say it about Adeline, and Megan about Asher. You'll hear it all through the community. And it's just a fact. It's just a fact that our kids can do pretty much whatever any other kid does. It just takes them longer sometimes. Next myth, or something that people will tell you, is that Our kids are angels sent here on earth to help us love better or be happier, or I don't even know. That's not true. Felicity isn't a device to make us feel better about ourselves. She's just not. She's a person. She's an actual human being with thoughts and feelings and dreams and hopes of her own. So it's just not true. She's not an angel. She's an angel to me sometimes. She's also very typical in her behavior with tantrums and, you know, likes and dislikes and whatnot. So she's not a device to make you feel better about yourself or to teach you something. That's on you, not her. Don't put that on my girl. Last myth. Adults with Down syndrome are just like little kids. And that is absolutely not true. And I actually think this is one of the most annoying ones for me, is that you just can't, I can tell you, I was at a place actually where this woman was giving some awards to a few adults with Down syndrome, and she was saying, aren't you so happy? Oh, aren't you so happy you got this? Oh, look at this award. Just the way you would have thought she was talking to 3-year-olds. And the rest of us that knew them said, good job on your award. You worked really hard for it. And they do, they're proud and they do work hard on things, and to treat them like they're little kids is just utterly ridiculous and frustrating to me, and I never want someone to talk to Felicity that way. And I'm gonna have to hold my emotions in check, because let me tell you, I am very reactionary, as some of my friends can tell you. Oh well, that's just me. I call it passionate, but it's gonna be an issue, I think, as she gets older probably. Right now it's fine, she's 3. You talk to her like a 3-year-old and I don't see any difference so far, but I did see that and I really wanted to tell her a thing or two about a thing or two. I didn't, because it was a work event. So if you have any questions or myths that you need busting, let me know in the comments. I can do another video on more myths that you have heard or want busted or want me to talk about. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, please. Thank you.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel.